All right. So remember how last year there was an app called Peeple that was announced that would allow people to give a rating to other people, whether they used Peeple or not. And it was dubbed by internet people as the Yelp for people. And how even before it was released, people lashed out against it. And then news of Peeple all but washed up, leaving people to wonder if Peeple was ever a real thing or not. Well, it's real. And today, the people behind Peeple launched Peeple for iOS. They made some changes. Sorry, I had to do it.
Can we just start with the name? If you haven't seen it, it's Peeple, P-E-E-P, as in peeping, as in peeping Tom, as in peeping, creepily peeping on other people.
Okay. That way they know that there were two different peoples that I was saying there. It's a good point. It's opt-in now. So the way it was before is that anybody could be rated. Well, let's just back up. It didn't exist before. It was literally just announced. And based on the announcement of its existence, people just lost their minds about it, basically. So they made some changes to the rollout, and of course now it's live. It's now opt-in, so you choose to take part. Ratings have been removed. Instead, you have recommendations of people, of users. Users can select which ratings actually appear on their profiles. Users can opt out of the date. There's a dating area, apparently, and you can opt out of that. But Facebook login is required, so that ensures that there's no anonymity to hide behind. So they've tried to make some changes here to make people happy, although they do have the Truth license, which is kind of a weird name. It's a premium service that's going to roll out here. It's not available yet, but it enables people who are paying that premium price of $1 per month to see everything that is said about its members, whether they choose to show it or not. So I don't know. I know, Megan, how you feel about this. Allison, I'm very curious to know how you feel about Peeple.
Well, I have two major points. The first one is, so if you pay $1 to get the truth, if you don't pay $1, do you get the falsehoods or do you get a dare? I just don't know which way that would go. But, this isn't going to be any problem at all because people are generally kind on the internet. They're respectful to each other. They always try to say the best possible thing to bring out, humanity. This should be fine.
Well, also, okay, so I have the opportunity to rate Leo Laporte right now, who just happens to be my boss. I don't have anything nasty to say about him. But if I did, would I do it? No, I wouldn't. So, it's just...
It's tied to your identity, for one.
Right. So I guess you could use it for dating. That's one thing. I mean, Leo pointed out today, you can say you're not interested in dating, so that is marked off. So I can't see what his previous dates might have said about him. So I can only choose professional or personal, and then I can either give him a happy face or a neutral face or a negative face. I'll give him a happy face, and then I can write a message. So I don't know how useful. It's like there is a good thing about anonymous feedback. There's advantages to anonymous feedback in a controlled way. I mean, but
this isn't anonymous, right?
No, this isn't. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying there is. I wish there was a way to actually have anonymous feedback like that, because then you could see. But I don't know.
But you know what you get when you go full on anonymous in a situation like that. You're basically asking people to tell you the worst of the worst.
I know. I'm always looking for this utopia of anonymous feedback that I've never found before. But
I don't know if it ends up working like that. At least history has shown on the internet it doesn't. This just reminds me a lot of actually what we've talked about a number of times on the show, the once known as Stolen app, now known as Famous. It just kind of seems to keep bubbling up. Like, do we or do we not want apps that tell other people how we feel about them in a public fashion? I'm not sure. Like people keep creating services around it because they think we do, but then everybody loses their mind about it. So I don't know. I don't know what that means, but there we go.
Yeah, I'm not dating, so I don't really know what I would use this for. Like I guess if I were hiring someone, that would be. But again, that's. People don't often say the honest truth about people that they work with. And so that's often when you're hiring someone, it's difficult to find that,
It would be hard to trust anything in this app, at least as it is right now, for the purposes of hiring. Absolutely.
Right.
I certainly wouldn't trust it.
I have $1 that says somebody writes, "You're fat." That's what they always write, right?
Right. Yes, it's constructive criticism. Yeah,
I did a review of a recorder of the Zoom H2, and I've gotten just tons of great feedback on this goofy little video I made. And one of them just said, "You're fat." I wasn't even in the video. What's your point?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
YouTube.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I know. It's tough. So Peeple, I don't know. I didn't even want to install it, but I did. And so it's there. So.
And now you'll uninstall it, I
Yeah, I
guess.
probably will.
I'm guessing anyway.
Yes.